Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a worker who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly handles the word of truth. I've been working for over 10 years in Romania. We've been establishing a Wesleyan church there. It all started when I went down to Costa Rica. So I went down, and what did I do? I met a fella from Romania. He was the leader. I'm not kidding you. He was the leader in a satanic rock band in Transylvania called 666, and he was sitting in the second row. I ran the ontological argument to see if you could get Anselm's conception of God. He got it on the first go. I said, I want to meet you, and he wanted to take the faith that he'd received from within the Methodist tradition in Costa Rica back into Romania because he felt it was needed for his people. And I said, if you go back, I'll go with you. Or I'll helicopter in. I'll come and see you. And for 10 years I've been working with them. Now, some of you know how difficult it is to establish a new church. Most of them fail. And I remember vividly, about 3 years into this, we had, what was initially a delightful individual who came, full of enthusiasm, full of the joy of the Lord, full of the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. And lo and behold, then within about a year, she started her rampage against the church. And I, as one of the leaders who live in the United States, I just let it ride for a while. And then I sent her an email. And I said, look, you're not even a member of our church. Number two, who do you think you are? Do you think you're God, who's got to come in and judge everybody who's in this church, including the pastor? And the third thing is, as far as I'm concerned, I'm in this for the rest of my life. And I'm standing firm. Now go take your elephant elsewhere. And you know what the good news is? She did. Some of you have heard me say, I noticed in a private conversation, I'm helping establish a new Wesleyan Methodist denomination in Romania. Now, this is the last thing in the world I need. I have enough work from 6 in the morning till 10 at night. But it arose because I went to Costa Rica and I ran into a fella from Romania who had been the leader of a satanic rock band called 666, who ended up in Costa Rica and was converted by the Pentecostals. Thank God for the Pentecostals. And then was asked, because of his music ability, to handle the happy clappy music in the Methodists, among the Methodists in Costa Rica, and discovered John Wesley and said, who's this John Wesley? And such was his appreciation for what he stumbled into that he said, I've got to take this back to Romania. And you know, when you see people discover the riches of that in that kind of setting, then it sort of reminds you what you're dealing with here is not just flotsam and jetsam that is sort of thrown up by the history of Christian spirituality or theology. There is here a work of God. There's a work of God here that is our legacy and that is our charism, and that we have a responsibility to carry forward into the future with flair and with humility. And you know what the last thing that good old John Wesley said is beautiful? He said, the best of all is God is with us.